Welcome to Chasing Curiosity TV. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. Tonight, headlines are sending shockwaves across Asia and the world. The news cycle is dominated by a single, electrifying story, one that's rewriting the rules of maritime security in the region. In capitals from Beijing to Washington, analysts are scrambling to understand the full implications of what just happened. The Philippines, long seen as a maritime underdog, has just unveiled a defense technology so clever, so unexpected, it's changed the game in the South China Sea almost overnight. For years, the region has been a flashpoint, with powerful navies vying for control. But now, the balance of power is shifting in a way no one saw coming. This isn't about a new battleship or jet, it's about something far more subtle and far more ingenious. It's a move that leverages innovation over brute force, and it's catching everyone off guard. The story begins with a simple fishing boat, or at least, what appeared to be one at first glance. These humble vessels, familiar sights along the Philippine coast, have always been symbols of daily life and resilience. For weeks, intelligence agencies from rival nations tracked Filipino bankas in the West Philippine Sea, dismissing them as harmless civilian vessels. They blended in perfectly, moving quietly among the waves, never drawing suspicion. But today, the Philippine Navy revealed the truth. These boats were hiding a secret. With a simple push of a button, these unassuming boats transformed before the world's eyes. Hidden panels slid open, revealing state-of-the-art surveillance equipment and defensive countermeasures. What looked like fishing gear was actually cutting-edge technology, ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. The world met Project Banca X, a revolutionary drone program that turns ordinary boats into high-tech sentinels. These aren't just drones, they're a networked fleet, capable of gathering intelligence, monitoring threats, and even defending themselves if necessary. Defense analysts are calling it a masterstroke of asymmetric warfare. By using what they already have in abundance, civilian boats, the Philippines has created a force multiplier that's hard to detect and even harder to counter. The Philippines has turned its greatest vulnerability, a sprawling coastline teeming with civilian boats, into its greatest strength. Now, every boat could be a potential guardian, watching over the nation's waters. The message is clear: our waters are not undefended. Any hostile force must now think twice before making a move, knowing that the line between civilian and defender has blurred. Now, every small boat could be a high-tech sentinel, injecting doubt and uncertainty into any potential conflict. The element of surprise is now on the Philippines side, and that changes everything. The Banca X is not just hardware, it's a psychological weapon, forcing adversaries to rethink every move. It's a silent deterrent, making the cost of aggression unpredictable and potentially devastating. The quiet waters of the South China Sea have suddenly become much more complex, and far more dangerous for those with hostile intentions. In this new era, the smallest boat could carry the biggest secret, and the next move is anyone's guess. The Banca X is a ghost, an enigma that drifts silently across the water, unseen and unsuspected by those around it. It haunts the machine of naval warfare, slipping through the cracks of conventional detection, a phantom in a world of steel giants and radar screens. On the surface, it's indistinguishable from thousands of traditional bancas, those humble wooden boats that have plied Philippine waters for generations. This camouflage is its greatest asset, blending seamlessly into any fishing fleet, hiding in plain sight among the daily rhythms of coastal life. But beneath the humble exterior lies a technological powerhouse, packed with sensors, cameras, and encrypted communications, designed to observe, report, and protect without ever revealing its true nature. The Banca X flips naval doctrine on its head. Here, power doesn't come from size or firepower, but from being small, agile, and invisible, able to slip through tight spaces and vanish into the crowd. These drones aren't built for direct combat. Instead, they serve as the eyes and ears of the Philippine Navy, patrolling vast stretches of coastline, monitoring vessel traffic, and keeping watch over the nation's waters. They gather intelligence on illegal fishing, smuggling, and foreign warships, all while appearing harmless, just another boat among many, never raising suspicion. The genius is in its dual identity, a secret weapon hiding in plain sight, its true capabilities masked by a familiar silhouette. Imagine a foreign warship, unaware it's being tracked by a dozen Banca X drones, each one relaying its position and movements in real time, never giving itself away. Together, they form a silent, invisible net, a network of vigilant sentinels, providing real-time intelligence and a massive tactical advantage to those who command them. The Banca X proves that a nation doesn't need the biggest ships or the most advanced missiles to defend its sovereignty, just creativity, resourcefulness, and the will to adapt. For an archipelago of over 7,000 islands, a fleet of low-cost, high-tech drone boats creates a persistent presence. No threat goes unnoticed, and every corner of the sea is watched. In the age of the invisible fleet, the smallest boats can cast the longest shadows. The heart of Banca X is a fusion of old and new. Filipino engineers started with the traditional Banca design, then infused it with robotics, surveillance, and communications. Traditional boat builders and young engineers worked side by side, blending ancestral knowledge with advanced electronics. Wooden hulls are reinforced with composites, outriggers hide fuel and antennas, solar panels disguised as planks keep the drones at sea for weeks. This blend of craftsmanship and science creates a drone that's effective, sustainable, and deeply connected to national identity. The Banca X proves progress doesn't mean abandoning the past. It's a testament to the power of tradition as a foundation for innovation. The Banca X has rewritten the rules of engagement in the South China Sea, transforming the region into a complex chessboard where every move is fraught with uncertainty. Now, any fishing boat could be a military asset, creating paralyzing uncertainty for adversaries. This transformation means that what appears to be a simple fishing vessel could, in fact, be a sophisticated piece of military hardware. A commander's radar is filled with hundreds of small contacts. Who's real? Who's a drone? The challenge is not just identifying these contacts but understanding their intentions. Treating every boat as a threat is impossible. Ignoring them risks sailing into a surveillance net. This dilemma forces naval strategists to rethink their approach to maritime security. This dilemma slows decision-making and degrades the effectiveness of even the most advanced warships. The hesitation can be costly, as it allows potential threats to gain the upper hand. A destroyer's power is blunted if it's tracked by a swarm of low-cost drones. These drones, while inexpensive, can provide critical intelligence and disrupt operations. Adversaries must now contend with an enemy that is everywhere and nowhere. The unpredictability of these tactics forces them to be on constant alert. They're forced to divert resources to surveillance and counter-surveillance. This reallocation of resources can strain even the most well-equipped naval forces. The Banca X is a powerful deterrent. Its goal is to prevent conflict by making aggression unpredictably costly. By raising the stakes, it discourages potential aggressors from taking rash actions. The fear of the unknown is a potent weapon. It creates a psychological edge that can be as effective as any physical force. The possibility that a fishing fleet is actually a coordinated network of drones is enough to give any naval planner pause. This uncertainty forces them to reconsider their strategies and tactics. The Philippines has weaponized doubt, turning the open sea into a defensive barrier. This innovative approach has redefined maritime defense in the region. The cost of miscalculation is now dangerously high. The game has changed, and those who fail to adapt may find themselves at a significant disadvantage. The genius of Banca X is its organic camouflage. It hides in plain sight, perfectly mimicking real fishing boats. Programmed to drift, move erratically, and follow fishing routes, it becomes invisible to the enemy. This deception creates deep psychological impact. Naval crews can't tell friend from foe. The uncertainty breeds paranoia and degrades morale. A single Banca X is useful, but a network of hundreds creates an impenetrable fog of deception. The swarm can shift focus, jam communications, or act as decoys. Adversaries face impossible choices: target every boat and risk atrocity, or risk being watched. By embedding defense within civilian life, the Philippines creates a human and technological shield. The Banca X makes aggression morally and politically untenable. The brilliance is in making the enemy hesitate. Every fishing boat is now a question mark. The cost of certainty is too high. The sea is now a stage for strategic deception. Banca X is more than a military program. It's a source of national pride. Conceived, designed, and built in the Philippines, it's a symbol of self-reliance. New manufacturing hubs have created thousands of skilled jobs, from engineers to traditional boat builders. The project has sparked a technological renaissance, inspiring new curriculum and tech startups. Banca X is building a sustainable defense industry and a more prosperous future. It's a declaration of technological independence and Filipino ingenuity. To understand Banca X, listen to those who built it. Dr. Aris de la Cruz, lead engineer. We didn't copy anyone. We asked, how can we make our traditional banca our guardian? Defense Secretary Antonio Reyes, this is strategic deterrence through uncertainty. Our new shield is doubt. Mang Lido, master boat builder. My father built bankas to survive storms. Now, our skills protect the nation. These voices reveal the soul of the project, a passionate, collaborative effort uniting generations. Banka X is not just a drone, it's the rebirth of national confidence. It bridges ancient tradition and future technology. It's a story of a people taking control of their destiny. The front line of innovation is powered by heritage and hope. The Filipino spirit is now a force in modern defense. Imagine a foreign carrier group entering the West Philippine Sea. In the past, the Philippine Navy would have been on the defensive. Now, Banka X drones hidden among fishing fleets detect the task force long before it arrives. The swarm forms, assigning roles: surveillance, electronic warfare, decoys. Real-time intelligence is relayed back to command, painting a complete picture of the enemy. Decoy drones create confusion, forcing the enemy to waste resources. The real surveillance drones remain undetected, guiding land-based missile batteries. The task force sails into a trap, blind to the threat. The sea becomes transparent for the defender, opaque for the attacker. Banka X has redefined naval tactics. Banka X is more than a drone, it's a declaration. It proves the Philippines will no longer be a passive player in its own waters. Affordable, locally built, and independent of foreign supply chains, it ensures long-term security. The project has ignited national pride, reminding Filipinos of their seafaring heritage. The same spirit that crossed the Pacific now defends ancestral waters. Banka X is a symbol of unbreakable resolve and unity. The future is defined by possibility, not limitation. Tradition and technology now walk hand in hand. The waters of the Philippines are guarded by the ghosts of the past, reimagined as sentinels of the future, and that is a future worth defending.